Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Hey, John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery. Want to welcome everybody to the first show back for a long, long time. Rockers in Recovery, of course, is now part of Music Kingdom Radio Network. And, of course, the mission and the goal at Music Kingdom Radio is of course, it's a multicultural, lifestyle-based live stream radio podcast production. And, you know, we're featuring current news and interviews and with artists, authors, healthcare experts, along with music old and new. The goal really is to educate and to support people about health and wellness. So check it out at musickingdomradio.com. Everything is there. Of course, I'm proud to have Rockers in Recovery be a part of Music Kingdom Radio. And, of course, if you're been following Rockers in Recovery, we can be followed on our Facebook page with a presence since 2010. Want to welcome all of our listeners on Facebook. You know, it's an amazing journey. You know, when we first started Rockers in Recovery years ago, you know, we were really looking for, I was really looking for as a founder, I'm John Hollis, and one of the things that I wanted to do was create an atmosphere for people that are in recovery, that we will have a place to go and a place to hang out, may it be online, may it be through the radio show, with information for rockers, you know, rockers that are in recovery, you know. So being a rocker in recovery doesn't mean you're a musician in recovery. It means you're a rocker in recovery. You'd like to go to see music, you like to hang out, you enjoy music, it's part of your recovery. That's what Rockers in Recovery is all about. So if you haven't listened before, what we do normally, tonight is more like an introduction. I'm just going to talk to you about some of the things that, you know, we look forward to. You know, we look forward to bringing great musicians on and great people and their stories, rockers in recovery that are sober and love music and want to talk about music and want to talk about their lifestyle. You know, this is a lifestyle change. You know what I mean? When we get sober and we get clean, we're about making new changes. So that might be in the style of music that we listen to. It might not. It might be that we still like the old music, but, you know, there's just a new way of thinking about it because our thinking changes over time. It's not the same as it was when I was out there using, that's for sure. So, you know, being a part of the forward of this, along with Music Kingdom Radio, we have a multimedia approach to this. So when you go to musickingdomradio.com, you're going to be able to find Rockers in Recovery magazine. There's 20 issues. It's a quarterly magazine. It's been out there for a long time. We have a new publication, which is Music Kingdom Radio, which just had its first debut issue up, and the first real issue will be coming out in September. And you can actually sign up for all of that at the site. You can listen to the online streamer, which is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can also check out the podcast. So it's multimedia. There's a bunch of blogs there. There's other things that we're doing. And we're asking people that, listen, if you have a blog or you have something, you have a thought and you want to write on it, feel free to send it in. Just click on the contact page and send us a contact. We want to hear from you. You know, what we want to be able to do is accomplish getting the message of hope out there. And we can do that through authors. We can do it through artists. We can do it through health experts, you know, old and new music, and, you know, new writers. There's just so many things, you know, and we come off of The platforms, we do events, we do concerts, festivals, again, the magazine, online and in print, Addiction Talk Radio. So there's a lot of different things that are about this. We also have the component of, listen, I'm a Christian in my recovery walk, and one of the things that we are doing is we are talking about being a Christian in our recovery walk, and what does that look like? And we're going to be bringing on, different spiritual advisors. I don't believe that, that's what happened for me. You know what I mean? In my journey, I came to believe that Jesus Christ was my Lord and Savior. That was my journey. It's not everybody's journey. So, my thought process is that we shed a light on God and spirituality because, listen, our literature has said, and it does say, God is or he isn't, what's your choice to be? There's other things that, are in the book that originated and talk about specifically, listen, our belief in God and a higher power as we move forward in our recovery. That's what gives us our strength. And one day it might be the only thing that comes between us and picking up is God. So why would we not talk about that component? So we're going to be talking about that. So there's a lot of things that we're looking forward to with the show, and some great music. I mean, listen, I just played Smash Palace. Our buddy David Usikian from the Hooters, that's his band. It's Smash Palace, and It Happened to Me. To me, me and David have talked about this on the air before. It meant one thing for him, but it definitely means something for me, and it did happen for me. And it can happen for you. If you listen to the words of that song, it definitely enhances, our recovery, because there's so many beautiful things that come out of recovery. If we give ourselves that chance and that time, I have, a colorful past to say the least, and something that's okay. For a long time, I let those things deter me from being what God wanted me to be, and to help people the way I need to be able to express myself and to carry forward, may it be with Rockers in Recovery or Music Kingdom Radio. I'm here to be able to, shed a light on hope. There's a lot of things going on, as you know, we're coming out of the pandemic, and, there's just so much garbage in and garbage out anymore that, listen, through it all, I was just sick of some of the garbage that was happening. And, this is all about love, and it's all about carrying the message of hope and love. I think that we have come to a point in our lives, or I have for sure, I'm going to speak for me, that we want to be refreshed. We want to be renewed. We want to move forward with an understanding that our commitment is to help others. That's what I was told. Mad, glad, or sad, I have to get up, go out, and go to work every day, do the things that I do. I own a small contracting business in the Pocono Mountains where I go out and I go to work every day. And then this is part of my giving back, if you want to say that. It's not part of my recovery. I do that in a 12-step organization, but I don't want to make any bones about it or any mistakes. The message here is we are a media company, and we want to be able to carry forward healthy information. May it be books, may it be, somebody that's going to be speaking, may it be things of that nature with event posts and our own stuff, our own upcoming meet and greets and our own upcoming music events and stuff like that. So that's going to be, a big part of the educational end of Rockers in Recovery and Music Kingdom Radio. We are, when I say we, it's for the last, since 2010, just about everything that you see, not just about, everything that you see posted on Rockers in Recovery was posted by myself. And the stuff that you see now is posted by me. So I work every day. In the morning I get up and I think to myself, okay, where am I at today after my, rituals that I go through in the morning? And I find, okay, I'm going to post this because it hits me. And what I find is when I do that, other people identify with it and they share it and they understand that. I'm very, I can find a lot of humor and stuff too. So I post a lot of humorous stuff. But it's not to negate the fact that we're in recovery or, I'm not talking about recovery issues. I'm talking about, hey, listen, my day is filled with hope. My day is filled with laughter. My day is filled with those things that I post. I'm not going to get into, and I did it for years. Rockers in Recovery was on WNN 1470 AM for several years as an AM platform, and I got involved in all of the advocacy stuff, and it just got crazy. And I got to tell you, in all honesty, we know what's going on out there. We know that there's hundreds of people dying a day from opioid and alcoholism and all of the rest of the disease factor of this. We know that. My job is to shed a light that there's hope, not continue to beat the fact that we already know that people are dying. We know this. What can we do to make it better? What can we do to help people be attracted to the fact that we're different people and we can have fun and we can live our lives? Yes, absolutely. I'm not negating the fact that there's people out there that are hurting and they're dying. But here's the reality. I get to today be a different person and carry a message of hope in a totally different way, in a way that my God has presented for me. It might be totally different for you. But the good news is that I'm here today. I'm behind the screen, and we're working diligently on being able to bring this to a place where get in where you fit in. If this isn't for you, great. But if it is, and you like some of the things that we're starting to do and the direction that we're going in, we ask you to please just, be a part of it. Send us messages. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think. We also want to hear, about your, positive outcomes in life. Talk about some positive outcomes. Listen, my life today is beyond my wildest dreams. A year ago, coming through the pandemic, it was a nightmare, and we got to the Poconos last June, and our life has really, really become amazing, amazing. Home, the cats are healthy, that's my kids, and, we a new undertaking with, the painting and, the pressure cleaning and the things that I'm doing here. I'm just enjoying life. Church on a weekly basis, Bible studies, 12-step organization meetings. There's other things that I'm doing, and it's just my life is so full, and I'm so grateful. And these are the messages of hope that we can get out there, the love of the people in this community, the love that we have towards them. It's been an amazing rocking year. That's all I'm going to say. From June of last year until June of this year was just amazing. And I thank everybody that was involved with getting us here, and, when we left Miami and we had spoken with Joe and Nick from Brookdale Recovery up here. And we said, hey, listen, this is where we're at. This is what's going on. And they said, well, come on up. We'll try to get you a job. If you need a job, we'll get you a job. So we left Miami with $2 in our pocket and about a half a tank of gas. And we made our way north. And, we made it within 24 hours. And we only had $2 when we left. So, the Spirit of God was with us all the way, with people that helped us, with gas along the way, all the way to get here. When we got here, we had nowhere to go, and it was because of Joe and Nick and Pastor Steve and some other folks that rallied around us, helped us to get settled, and helped us to, get on our way. And we moved into our new home in December. And our landlord is the greatest guy, and it just has taken off from there. So we have a home. I forgot how much it meant to me to have a home and have a place to come and just love life, get involved with people in the community, have fun, laugh. This is a great time, man. And, I don't want to, get into a whole large thing tonight because I will go into further stuff later on down the road. But, you know, the reality is that life is good today, sober and clean, and God has really created for me a beautiful, beautiful life. And, you know, something, my responsibility is to let you guys know that, and most importantly, let you know that the love of God is there for you. I'm asking, again, you folks to check out musickingdomradio.com. Check out the website. Check us out on Facebook. We also have a page on Facebook. I wanted to talk to you tonight about, you know, helping others. You know, what does that mean? You know, in a lot of ways, I had so many people help me along the way through life in general, but over the last year, you know, that just rallied around us, and their love, you know, their love and their commitment to help others was inspiring. I had lost that vision. I had lost that part of me, and it was so good to be able to just go through the process and now start doing the same thing. We have Five Loaf House, which is an outreach center that has a food pantry that feeds over 1,000 people a month, and it just goes on and on and on. Helping others and the commitment that, you know, when the hand is reached out, it's my responsibility to take that hand and help. And the outcome is not up to me. That's between the God and the human being, you know, that is in front of me. I may be just that one point of light, that one point of, you know, like in my life, you know, there was many, many people that helped along the way. So they were all part of me sitting here alive, sober and clean today, by the grace of God. And what we get to be able to do is be one little point of light in that connecting of the dots that gets that person to, you know, that point where they say, you know something, I just want something different in my life. I don't want to have to live like this anymore. I don't want to be a part of the garbage in and the garbage out, the hatred, the waking up every day feeling like you want to stick a gun in your mouth. You want to throw yourself out of a moving car. These are, you know, just some of the emotional pitfalls that we go through. But that's not just a torture of emotional and spiritual torture that we put ourselves through when we're actively using. And you know something, we don't even have to actively use to go there. Just stop working a program and stop treating people the way you want to be treated. And trust me, I know this for sure, that you will become just as miserable as you were when you were drinking, and it's called a dry drunk. You know, you can be dry and not have any spirituality or have no spiritual success or spiritual love in your life, and no spirituality practices, and always seeking what God wants for you next. When you stop doing that, man, you just become, in my case, I became very angry, and everything else was about ego, and driving the ego to the point where, you know, that was my hope, you know what I mean? And it don't work. It's a boomerang. It cuts you in half. You know, just how cool I think I am, or how slick I think I am. And, you know, I'm out in front of a bunch of people, and, you know, it just is insane, man. I can get caught up in the same character defects day after day after day and become comfortable in them. And then one day they turn around and rip you apart. It happens, and it happens to the best of us. All I can say is that I love each and every one of you. It's been a long, long road. I love the fact that we can have fun online. I remember back in the day, man, I used to play music after music after music videos, and we would just sit on Rockers and Recovery page and chat back and forth, and it was just so just basic. And that's what it's all about. You know, just who am I? I'm John Hollis. I'm in recovery today, and my life is good. I love great music like Wings, and I love the Beatles and the Stones, and you know, there's so many different variations I love. You know, David and all of his music, and Casey Montana, and there's so many different people that I can go on and on and on about. George Massengill, and it just goes on and on and on. I mean, listen, I can sit here and talk all night about different people that have come into my life musically. Richie Supa and Ricky Byrd and the rest of those guys that, Mark Stein. These were people that were instrumental on me getting to where I'm at today and learning and getting an education on how I should behave and how I shouldn't behave. And something, this is, it's a good thing. They're all assets to me now. They're nothing I have to look over my shoulder about anymore, and that's the good thing. The good thing is that I'm a healthy John Hollis today. I'm a healthy person that loves life and love the people in my life. And most importantly, please, if you get a chance to sit down with somebody and just show them that, if they're hurting and you can see it in their face, just show them, a couple of minutes of love and give them a hug. I know you're probably doing that anyway, but just as a reminder. I also wanted to discuss, Rockers in Recovery as a whole. Rockers in Recovery, when we started it, it was a radio show, and that's what it is now. It's going to be part, of course, the Music Kingdom Radio Network, and I like it that way. As far as Rockers in Recovery, me and Laurie Sullivan own the trademark, so I'm looking more to deal with Rockers in Recovery on a radio show level, but doing events and stuff like that. But it's really, from this point forward, going to be a radio show that's part of Music Kingdom Radio Network. Yes, we will be doing some events. Yes, we will be doing some meet and greets. But that's all kind of like icing on the cake of being able to carry a message of hope in a unique way to Rockers in Recovery on MusicKingdomRadio.com. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an explanation. It was a God-given gift to me. I believe that it was a stewardship, that, it was a learning process, and, many years of learning, that ego doesn't fit in any of the equations. And, if I've harmed somebody out there, the most important thing I want you to know is that, I was wrong for letting ego get involved in some of the stuff that I did and the ways that I did it and the survival modes I went into. It was just crazy. Today my life is full, and I just want to be able to help others, and the best way that I can do that, I know, is through Rockers in Recovery and now Music Kingdom Radio. Please check out the multimedia site at MusicKingdomRadio.com, and that's where Rockers in Recovery is now a part of and now home to. And we look forward to carrying the message of recovery through, of course, the music, news, events, and festivals, and, artists, authors, healthcare experts, and using music old and new. There's going to be, again, we're not musicians in recovery, rockers in recovery. Rockers in Recovery is, just like I said at the beginning of this, if you're a rocker and you're in recovery, then welcome to the Rockers in Recovery Network, or the Rockers in Recovery show on Music Kingdom Radio Network. We, again, are looking forward to many more broadcasts like this. I'm going to go out with one of my favorite songs, and not a lot of people understand what's John's favorite song. Well, this is one of them. I remember singing this as a kid, and it's kind of apropos for some of my lifestyle. So you guys have a great night. I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated. Rockers in Recovery Radio is based on opinion only and is not meant to treat or diagnose any health or mental health issue of any kind. If you feel you need Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.